you just never know. And the reason for this idea in the first place is that ever since I got my very first Elgato product, maybe this works. I have no idea. This microphone is very tiny. Anyway, ever since my first Elgato purchase, I was stoked. I was very hyped. I got it in the mail from Amazon about, and that was, I think it was my very first ever Amazon purchase. I heard about Amazon, but I never really had a reason to I never had a reason to create an account, because mostly I got stuff from the store, and the way I got into it was my narcissistic father's brother, for my birthday, gifted me a Amazon gift card, and I was like, might as well try it out, why not? And so I made it an account for the first time on Amazon, tried it out, ended up, no, actually, I added on to it, didn't I? Because I got the Logitech C920 webcam, which I no longer use. It's shit-ass quality. Logitech web camera, a PS4, because my very first one, I don't know what happened to it, to be honest. I guess it gave me the red light of death or something like that. But it was blinking. It was not just a solid color, it was blinking. I don't know what that was. But I got a replacement PlayStation 4. And I also got my very first ever Elgato HD60S. And back then I actually had an Alienware computer. Now in 2017, I will say, I guess it was replaced by, I ever wonder what happened to my Alienware computer, to be honest. I always wondered what happened to it. Anyway, so in 2017, I got my Skytech gaming PC. At this point, it's more like a custom-built PC because of how much damage it's been through already. Back in 2017 was when it took its first damage, I believe. Either it was 2017 or 2018. It took its first damage, and for a while I was not able to game or anything like that, but I still had entertainment, because back then the Oculus Go came out, so I messed around with that very first time in VR, and I was bought into the immersion of VR for the first time. Before that, I did phone VR, which was not really immersive. I step into the Go, and I'm like thinking to myself, holy actual fuck, I'm actually quaking, or I was doing Stranger Things experience in whatever that app is called. But yeah, I was in Stranger Things, and I was checking out a whole bunch of VR experiences, and I was like thinking to myself, okay, I seriously need to upgrade. I was bought in to the VR thing. And it wasn't until until I believe 2020 or 2021, I cannot remember what year it was, that I finally had the money to buy into the index. But before the index, let's go back, because I had a lot more experiences with VR, PC VR, that were not too decent. Like, say, I don't know if we have the same experience, but in my mind was that the Rift S, Oculus Rift S, in my mind it was going to be a game changer for me. I ended up plugging it in. Maybe, now I think about it, I think the reason why my Rift S was never working correctly, and I was always going into customer service complaining about my issue, was the fact that, like you see my room right now, is how I would technically be playing VR. No joke, and it was inside-out tracking. If you know what I'm going for, or where you know I'm going with this, it was inside-out tracking, and in general, I was playing with a inside-out tracking headset, technically, like this. I'm not kidding. And so my controllers, or my hands in VR, were positioned like this the whole time. They were positioned like this, and I remember just going, get out of my freaking head, trying to rip my hands out of my head. And it's like, later, I guess nowadays, I kind of had a realization exactly what I did wrong in that situation. I don't know if that's the case or not, but my best bet is it was. So, there's that, and then do not get me started with the HP Reverb G2. What the fuck? What was that? I mean, after, so I get my index, and I'm thinking to myself, this hardware is gonna be way too advanced for my PC. My PC is not gonna be able to run this. I put the index on for the first time. I grabbed the controllers, and I can immediately feel the level of quality. I put the headset on before I even before I even set anything up. I just placed it on my face, and that immediately I could feel the quality 10,000 times better than the Rift S. Not even joking on that. So I set everything up. Setup was so damn smooth. Setup was decent. Set up all my base stations. I don't think I set up my full body yet, but I definitely did set up my VR play space and everything. And so after that, I was thinking to myself, holy actual fuck, compared to the Rift S that I got for my first VR headset, or computer PC VR headset, the setup on my index is a whole lot better. I mean, I probably ran into some problems, but nothing compared to the index. And that says something. And I went on to online forums. Turns out that everyone was having an issue, with the Rift S, not just me. So yeah, getting the index way more comfortable on my face. So yeah, after that I set up full body, did all that stuff, went into VRC, and I mean, the whole experience was smooth. Unfortunately though, VRC is never smooth, so I did have a lot of bugs and issues with that, but other than that, my index performed great. Really, really smooth experience with the index. And also, if you want to catch me on live stream or going live, I'm live on Twitch every so often. I don't know, it's on and off really, I have to say. But I go live on Twitch every so often. So if you want to catch me live on Twitch, you can do that. Link in the description of this video. So I legit had, while I was about to start editing this video, I literally just remembered why I recorded in the first place, because one thought after another thought of diverting off of the topic of Elgato products, I kind of drifted off into VR land. So anyway, keeping up with what I'm on about in this video is the fact that because I've had problems with Elgato products from the very start, and even with these key lights, I'm always having some sort of major technical difficulty, frustration with Elgato products. I mean, the key lights, and an HD60S, and it really makes me wonder if any brand new products that they're coming out with are even gonna be worth it, because I've already heard online, even on online forums and just online in general, asking a bunch of people, because Elgato and Corsair, I guess, are co-partners in the whole gaming industry and stuff, but at the same time, like, I heard that Corsair software, I don't know about products, but software, ICUE sucks ass, like hardcore. Like, even in my experience, ICUE is so damn frustrating because it's got so many bugs that are not being addressed, not being fixed. And then you got Elgato software. I don't know what's going on there, because I can't really download any more Elgato product or Elgato software. Well, I do have some Elgato software for my key lights, but you know what's really frustrating is the fact that because I'm mostly connected via Ethernet for my computer, I am not able to because these are actually wireless, and I don't like operating on my phone, but I am forced to operate on my phone because if I don't, my key lights won't work, so I actually have to set up my key lights from my phone, which I don't like to do. At the same time, I love the fact that I can literally go on my phone and just turn on and off. I can literally lay in bed with my key lights on and be like, alright, I don't want any more. And I mean, for me, I love this kind of lighting. Ambience is way better than fluorescence because fluorescents are fucking annoying. They're just way too freaking harsh. So, yeah, I can literally lay on my bed while my key lights are still on, and I can do something like this. Like, check this out. I've always loved that feature. I mean, and then I can turn it off and on. I mean, that in itself, when I first learned about it, I was thinking to myself, dude, this is going to be so much better. And even they implemented, whenever you log off of your computer for the night or whatever, they automatically turn off. That's even better. But at the same time, I'll keep to my phone as a remote control. That's awesome. Because I guarantee you, turning this light on, this fluorescent light on, I like this ambience. Unfortunately, that would be nice if Elgato came out with a product. Actually, no. You know what? Elgato and Corsair need to seriously stop making products and start focusing on the bugs. Because I guarantee you, the bugs on Elgato and Corsair software it's massive. I mean, holy fuck. I mean, I could not even plug in a capture card into my PC without it bugging out for a couple hours until I had a Jimmy rig. Yes, I had a Jimmy rig. My capture card, my first ever capture card, just to get a working display. And back then, because I didn't really think about using OBS Studio, I ended up using Elgato's built-in software for gameplay videos until I learned about how to do it properly on OBS Studio, and then started doing that because I guarantee you. Well, at the same time, no, it was all connectivity. For me, it was not about the software for the capture card or game capture or whatever Elgato software is for that one, but it was all about the connectivity. The connectivity was awful. And I'm wondering if it's actually the hardware. It was probably the hardware. I don't know what happened. I just know this. Connect your 3.0 cable to a 3.0 port, and I did so. Nothing displayed. I did this for about a couple minutes to probably an hour on the HD60S. I don't know if Elgato products have improved since then, from 2014 to now, but my experience with Elgato products is just pretty much that. On Corsair's side, though, when it comes to bugs and issues, yeah, Corsair software literally needs a bug fix, like a massive bug freaking purge overall, big time. So